By contrast, how do you sell to the people at the bottom end of the scale? How can you even tell them that your game exists? Advertise on nightly news? I mean, these people don't read any of the regular magazines. They don't log on to CompuServe every 35 minutes. These people, the way they buy games, they wander into the computer store once a year to get a new ribbon for their dot matrix printer. And they get lost in the store, and they bumble into the games section. And they say, oh gosh, computer games, that's right. I haven't played a game in 2 years. Maybe I ought to buy one. Let's see. Oh, look, here's a pretty box. Harpoon. Oh, that's I think I'll buy it. I'll bet it's about whales. How do you sell to these people? And these people here, these are the ones to sell to because they tell you what they want. I mean, it's really designing for the bottom crowd. It's hit or miss. You spend $500,000 on a game, you put it out there. If they don't like it, they won't even tell you they don't like it. They just won't buy it. But these people, boy, try to stop them from telling you. They'll send you letters. They'll fill out the feedback forms, send you email. They'll call you up in the middle of the night to tell you what's wrong with your game and how to make it better. These people, boy, it's easy to figure out what they want. And what do they want? They want more depth. Yeah, they've invested a lot of money and a lot of time climbing that ladder. And they don't want to throw away that investment. They don't want to start all over on a new ladder. They want to keep climbing the ladder. They want to go higher and higher. They want more depth in their game. And think about how that compares to my dream. Because I want to encompass the broad range of human experience and emotion. What I want is breadth. What the customers want is depth. I am at cross purposes with my audience. And there's only one conclusion I can draw. I have to leave. I don't fit in here anymore. Now, I realize that's kind of strange, but many years ago, I left the crowded cities of the eastern seaboard and crossed the Appalachian Mountains and came upon the virgin forests of Kentucky. And there I built myself a cabin and I hunted the dragon. I wasn't very good back then. I only bumped into him at night by chance, and my encounters with him were brief and desperate. I'd wave my sword frantically and hear his claws hissing through the air, and then he would be gone. But I was learning. It was fun. And then more people came. They hardy pioneers, and they built cabins near mine. And pretty soon we had a lot of cabins. Pretty soon we had a village there with lots of houses. And then more people came until now. Now we have a town with stores and people being busy and streets and property lines and lawyers. And this place has gotten too damn civilized for me. I mean, I just don't fit in. So I hoist my backpack onto my shoulders. I walk down the main street one last time. I wave goodbye to a few old friends, but most of the faces I see belong to strangers. They look askance at me and turn to their neighbor and say, "Who is that scruffy old tramp anyway? I'm glad he's leaving town. We don't need his kind in our town." At the edge of town, I turn and look back one last time. It's a good town. I'm proud of the role I played in its creation. But out there, in the west, beyond the Mississippi, beyond the Great Plains, away the Rocky Mountains, there are no people there. Just rocks, trees, clear blue sky. And the dragon, he's there too, waiting for me. I can hear you saying, "Chris, this is crazy. I mean, you don't want to leave all this behind. You've got too much invested here. This is insanity." And you're right. This is crazy. But let me tell you about another crazy old fool. Let me tell you about a guy by the name of Don Quixote de la Mancha. insanity is an inability to come to terms with reality. Don Quixote was definitely insane because he couldn't come to terms. But there was a reason. The reality in which Don Quixote lived was a sordid and ugly reality. The people were scrabbling for survival. Don Quixote didn't want that. He wanted to live in a world where there was truth and human dignity. And yes, love. And try as he might, he couldn't accommodate that to the real world. Other people were able to compromise enough to reach an accommodation. But Don Quixote, for him, the gap was too great. He couldn't bridge it. And so instead of giving up on it, he imposed his reality onto the real world. Where other people saw a filthy country hostel, he saw a castle. Where other people saw a flock of sheep, he saw a mighty army. Where other people saw a windmill, he saw a dragon. Yes. Don Quixote was a crazy old fool. But you know, he was more honest about his dreams than most people. And for that, I honor him. So, the time has come for me to make my commitment. I have committed myself. I have dedicated myself to the pursuit of the dragon. And having made that commitment, having decided that once and for all, now all of a sudden, I can see him. There he is, right in front of me, as clear as day. I never thought that I would see you this clearly. I always saw you in brief glimpses in the dark. But now, you're so much bigger than I'd ever imagined. And I'm not so sure I like this. I mean, yes, you're glorious and beautiful, but you're ugly, too. Your breath reeks of death. No, I never had any childish fantasies of conquering you. That thinking is for children. You are beyond that. Indeed, I can see stretched around your feet the bodies of my predecessors, and all you have to show for it is a few nicks and scratches. But do you have to laugh at me that way? Am I so pitiful that you can sneer in my face like that? Yes, you frighten me. You hurt me. I felt your claws ripping through my soul. But I'm going to die someday, and before I can do that, I've got to face you, eyeball to eyeball. I've got to look you right in the eye and see what's inside. But I'm not good enough to do that yet. I'm not experienced enough. So I'm going to have to start learning today, here, now. Come, dragon, I will fight you. Sancho Panza, my sword. For truth.